It.
You know, before we start this, can we just at least appreciate the fact that R.L. Stine has finally gotten some drips? I mean, look at these guys. Look at him with his shoes. He looks so happy. But yeah, welcome back, folks, to Goosebumps HorrorTown. I have no idea the fact that this seems like a dream, nightmare, depending on how you look at it, because Part 0 is back. I actually thought this would be the end back in Halloween of 2021, but no, here we are, yet again, the second revival, in a sense. And what a revival indeed. In fact, they've been hyping this up, and this probably might be the second game's chance of coming through, but I won't bother you with that type of stuff. For now, let's talk about all the informations leading up to this, as well as the update and what it is itself. But unlike before, when there wasn't really anything to talk about, this one has a lot to talk about, so let's go ahead and talk about it right now. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about this. This was a post I did a while ago on Reddit, basically saying things might not be done after all, showing a picture and animation of a hand coming out of the grave. And at first, people were like, what is this all about? Like, kind of implying anything like that there. And, well, soon enough, eventually, a few weeks after I posted that, this thing popped up in the socials that basically says, hello again, player, who's excited. And in which case has Slappy, who says the following. Rumor has it a current creepy game might be coming back. Guess what? We are back! Yes, Slappy is very excited, and from there I ended up releasing a video talking about this, and that would have been this video here, basically saying that, oh, the game's coming back, kind of, question mark, but yeah, this was like back in the day, and then once this was revealed that weekend, we actually got this, which was this little 50% off deal, I guess just to say people, hey, look, we're alive, and things were going on. And things were going on indeed because some delays were happening because, well, when you're working with a skeleton crew, and especially with a crew that had not played with this game before, especially since they've been so used to the Battle Pass, that this game is very unique in style, but it still has the old crafting system, it kind of is hard to kind of continue with that. So they've just been posting every now and then, kind of teasing, like for example, these two will be back very soon with a new story to tell. Or to suffer. It won't be long now. Are you excited? And everyone was just like, yeah, we're excited. And then again, they post something else, which was this, which is several books have inspired and been part of our terrifying game. Which one is your favorite? Tell us in the comments. And a lot of people were looking at this and thinking like, yeah, these are pretty good books, except for, well, this one right here, because that never was a Goosebumps book. In fact, that is a Fear Street book. Why is that doing in the collection here? One of these things is not like the other. One of these things do not belong. God. Alright, yeah, but yeah, never happened before. I think I know what happened there, but, yeah, basically it's been a while, so oops, forgot. It had R.L. Stine in it, so at least we can get with that. But, whatever. Eventually, after a little while of waiting, people were like, alright, we're going to show you, we're going to give you a tease of what to expect, and here it is right here. A new event is coming, so let's see if you can guess the new characters that will join us. Share your theories in the comments, which is new characters are coming, which has two silhouettes there, which I basically kind of showed off in my other video. This one here, basically talking about, hey, these guys are coming, I mean, the game's coming, they're still doing stuff, some delays are going on and whatnot, and, yeah, we still wait, and another post gets posted, new events is around the corner, so as your hashtag HorrorTown in the comments, and, again, people are waiting, and waiting, and then they post something else, which is more characters come along with a new story. Are you excited? The new event should arrive in the next week. Which is a lie. It never happened last week. They ended up having to delay it for another week. But by then, on the 13th, they were like, you know what? Alright, we hold on long enough, so let's reveal what it is. So, before I reveal the event, let them reveal it themselves, because they posted this. #new teaser. Are you ready for our new upcoming event? We want to give you a little gift for this weekend. The book is based on. Stay tuned, a new horror story is coming soon. And as you can see, the book has been revealed itself, so let's go ahead and dive right in. It is the Egg Monsters from Mars. Yes, that is the event that we're going into, and that is the one that's being revealed. But even before I talk about the book and everything like that, they also posted this on the same day, which was Curly basically saying, do you have any stories that make you believe in the day? Tell us in the comments, #Friday the 13th.
Oh, happy Friday the 13th. We sincerely hope that this day is going very, very well.
Yeah, it's nice to hear Curly back after so long, but yeah, there you go. God, this has been so long in the making, and it's been such a while, but yeah, what can you do? Anyways, yeah, Egg Monsters from Mars. It is a very unique book in the sense that it is one of the more interesting ones. In fact, this was actually being advertised a lot when it comes to one of the main trios or groups of things that they were advertising with when it comes to Goosebumps back in the 90s. I'll show that off in one of the parts when they featured the Egg Monsters in question. But yeah, it is something to be suspected for. But anyways, here's the book cover, and as well as a little artwork that Tim Kukobis did when he was sketching out for this book, how it would look like. And of course, the final product of the artwork itself, which actually looks something like this here, which is pretty nice. I will have to give it that. I really do dig it. But with that in mind, let's go ahead and talk about what this book is supposed to be about, because it is quite interesting in its story. So let me go ahead and catch you on what the story is about. So if you're curious, if you've never read the book, let me try to indulge you in certain things of that nature. So here we go. So the story starts off with a kid by the name of Dana Johnson. I think that's how you spell it, D-A-N-A. But yeah, this kid is, he has glasses and he's dark hair, a bit chubby, but it's a 12-year-old kid, as you probably suspect. And currently, his little sister is having a birthday party, and it was on Easter, and she wanted the Easter egg hunt for some reason. So, of course, they decided to go and do an Easter egg hunt, as you were to expect. But while this was going on, something weird happened. He actually came across an egg, a very weird egg. It was big, it was green, and it had veins on it, which was very weird and disturbing. But he's like, whatever, I'll carry it with me. So he brings it home, and eventually the egg hatch. And he's like, oh, okay, so this is like a bird or some, lizard or something like that. But no, instead this green, this yellowy, nasty, like what looked like, when you mixed like eggs together to make like scrambled eggs. Yeah, it looked that color, just kind of gloopy all over this place. I don't know if it stank, but, it looked disgusting, and then it had, like, little black eyes. And it's like, okay, this is a bizarre thing. What the heck is this thing? And, of course, this weird thing was an alien of some sort, but he didn't know any better. So, eventually, he decides to think, well, this is a new discovery, I should take it to somewhere. Fortunately for him, somewhere nearby, there was a laboratory, and he decided to go there to see maybe the people of science there would help him to find out what this was. Sure enough, he meets a guy by the name of Dr.Grey, a weird old man who specifically knew what this thing is. It's a Martian from Mars. For some reason, meteorites started to hit, or came from Mars and started to hit on Earth, and one of the locations happened to be where Dana lived, and this was one of the creatures per se. So he decided to say, oh, can you just go into the freezer real quick for a second to kind of deal like that? And of course the kid did, and then all of a sudden, surprise, locked him in the freezer, and he's like, what the hell? Why did you do this to me? And he's like, I can't, like, you interacted with this egg monster, and you could have you could have alien cooties and disease and germs, and I don't want you to be contaminated, because God knows we don't want a pandemic to happen. Not like we've lived through that again, but it's 2 years ago, so we'll just ignore that. But yeah, so that happened, and of course he's locked in the freezer. He tried telling his parents that he was in there when they came to find out, well, where's my kid? He came here, right? And of course he couldn't hear him because it was thick. And of course the kid was slowly but surely getting colder and starting to form hypothermia, because when you're in the freezer without any good protection, your body starts to lose heat, and if you lose too much heat, that's when you get all big trouble. Sure enough, though, the little Martian creatures actually saw this and decided to form a little together to make like a blanket type of thing, and decided to kind of go on top of the boy. So it kind of warmed him up. So that way they were like, well, we can survive this, but you can't, so let me help you with that. Or so we think. I'll get to the twist in a minute. But anyways, this happens, and of course the kid kind of survives this interview. And later on, the doctor comes back to see what happened, and he freaks out, and he's like, "What did you do? My beautiful creations, you ruined it now. They're all merged into this big blobby blobs, and I can't have you. That's it. You're going to die, kid." And he's about to go after him. He's about to strangle him to death or some weird thing of murder. I don't know what exactly it is. But then the Martian saw this as a threat and immediately jumped on him with the blanket kind of come over him. And he's like, "Ah!" Attacked. And he as soon as this happened, booked it, ran like any normal person would, immediately went to his parents. It was like, "This crazy guy locked me in the freezer, and he tried to murder me." So of course his parents, being smart, decided to take the cops and whatnot there. I don't know if the cops were involved, but they might as well have been. So they go into there to the lab, and for some reason, him, the freezer, everything, gone, disappeared. It was like he never even existed. So what happened there? Did he just booked it? Did he leave? Did the Martians eat them? I don't know. They never explained it, but that's what happened there. So a few days later, he just ignored everything like that, and he's just fine and dandy, and he's about to go to school. And then later he's just like, "Oh, I feel weird. Let me just kind of squat down for a second and just crap out, poop out an egg." And I feel really weird about that twist. That he decided to lay an egg. Okay. I feel like the kid got violated there. Yeah, what a weird book. But that is to be expected. So there are different covers for this book, one of them being a French cover that actually has Mr. Dr. Grey there, but I'm going to hold that off for a bit because there is some things about this that I want to show off, and sure enough, I'm going to save it for later, in the sense of just revealing all the things that's supposed to be said. Now then, before I do that, I'm going to show you something that I've never really done before, and this is something that normally I get, but never really I show you, but I've been doing this with the Adams, so I might as well do this now. I've gotten emails basically advertising this, so I'm going to now spoil this for you and show you the email and kind of reveal this thing. So if you don't want to get spoiled by that, then just ignore this. But anyways, 3, 2, 1. Horror is back again. It is the Egg Monster from Mars update, so let's see what this is all about. Alright, get spooked in this epic bone-chilling story. Why hello there, it's been quite some time, hasn't it? Hard to remember where we left off. But now, a meteor has impacted HorrorTown again. Now we gotta help the kids figure out what Dr. Grey's plans are and why there are weird eggs all over town. And of course, they based this on the Egg Monster from Mars book, so don't miss this update. So what is new? 6 new event narratives, characters, meet the astronomer Dr. Grey, and follow his descent into madness. Unleash the misunderstood Martians into the town and watch the people flee in terror. Craft recipe items, meteor shards, Martian pheromones, and Mars attacks newspaper. Haunt your town with the boatman sculpture, the jackalope skeleton, and the glass freezer. And watch the doctor scheme, tweak the freezer, and have flashbacks. And if you're curious, this is what the thing looks like here. They give you a sneak peek of what to expect for this update. So yeah, that seems about it. Not really a whole lot, but hey, it's a start for something, and this is the first time I'm showing this email off. So yeah, it's at least it advertised it, that's for sure. So that's the event. So let's read this here. Basically, in the sense, this was the patch notes, And yeah, basically HorrorTown's getting meteorites again, and as you can tell, this update's pretty small in the sense of how much stuff is available there. But again, this is somewhat of a test, which is interesting. I don't know where the Boatman sculpture is, by the way. Maybe it comes in some form at some point later on, but yeah, I don't know. But yes, the two characters that are getting introduced are the sea monsters, which are the little eggies or eggbirds, you know, the Martians themselves. And of course, the main neighbor that comes in the game, Dr.Grey. And he is certainly a character indeed, and you gotta... man, this update is something else, because even though it's short, it is very unique on how they're doing this thing, and yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to say. This whole update, the fact that this is even here, it's a surprise. But yeah, I guess we're back, baby, for now. Let's hope this continues and we don't lose any tracks. But yeah, anyways, that's it for now. I think we talked on it a little bit long enough, and I think we're gonna just end it there. So, I've been Grim, and I'll be seeing you in part 1 to this event 25, which is Egg Monsters from Mars. Until then, hope you enjoyed your Easter month, because that's belated. You can look at this as a very, very, very early one. Either or, it's very bizarre. God, the delays.